Okay, so I'm going to sort of go off a little bit here. So I do apologise if this gets a little bit out of hand. I'm going to try and choose my words very carefully because I dare say there are going to be some people who are watching this who are big supporters of the people I'm going to speak about. And if you are, I would hope that you would sit back and listen to what I've got to say and hopefully understand it and come at me with your debates. That's fair enough. But if you decide not to and you decide to dislike it, then that's fair enough. I just can't get through to you, and that's fine. But I'm going to sort of do this commentary now, and I'm not going to edit a single thing out. Normally when I go through my commentaries, I'll pick out the little bits and I'll think, oh, that doesn't need to be in there, or not necessarily sort of sentences and things like that, but sort of breaks, or if I cough or something. But I'm going to keep this one flowing as best as I possibly can because I want you to understand the emotion and the the realism of what I've got to say, because this subject has affected me and will probably continue to affect me until it's gone, which I don't think it ever will be. But anyway, let's crack on. Now, what I wanted to say is I see a lot of videos over the internet and a lot of discussions about bigger channels such as Chaos Silencer and T Martin and Ali and Drifter and Biblical Reaper about how they are destroying YouTube and destroying Call of Duty, and sort of the common expression is sucking Activision's dick. That's the one thing I always see a lot. Now, I don't really know about sucking Activision's dick, but I do have my thoughts about this, and this is what I wanted to share, because I've got to get this off my chest. If I don't share this with you, who am I going to share it to? I'm going to tell the guys at work who don't give a rat's ass about Call of Duty or gaming or anything, or am I going to tell my wife, oh God, these money whores and what they're doing and how they're fixing these supply drops and being paid crypto keys to open these supply drops. Oh, it's killing. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Have you hung the washing out? Did you put the plates in the dishwasher? Have you fed the cat? That's all she'll say to me. So I've got to tell you. Now, a sort of backlog to this is that I started YouTube back in roughly about 2013. And the reason I started YouTube was because I loved where YouTube was at with gaming. I thought it was an amazing place. It was an influential place, a place to put your content, your best gameplays, put some funny things in there. Make it as entertaining as possible for other people to watch and to share and put on Facebook. I loved it. I loved everything about YouTube, and there were some channels that I was really interested in. Some of the what I like to call the OG channels, the guys that started out from the beginning, Only Use Me Blade, Fisticuffs, obviously Thunder, who's still going very strong, and so on and so forth. And these were people that influenced me, obviously Sandy Ravage as well, I forgot to mention him. These were people that influenced me to say, I want to do this, I want a piece of this action, I want to get something up there. I will never get as big as them, but I want to start putting my stamp on YouTube, and I want to start putting my content up with my own twist on it, because I don't believe anybody does anything the way I do it. That was my personal opinion then, and it still sort of stands today. Now, the reason I am so pissed off is because over the years, ever since that first day when I was putting Modern Warfare 3 content up, ever since that, I have seen things change dramatically, and I've seen these big, as I said, OG channels, the original people who came in and started making this thing popular and sexy. I've seen them dropping like flies and stop posting content and get fed up of doing YouTube. And they never really give many explanations why. They just say, oh, I'm sick of Call of Duty, I'm sick of this, I'm sick of the bullshit. And they never go into specifics. And I know the reason why, or I believe I know the reason why. And I think it's because of people like T Martin and Ali and Drifter, who started making content based on, this is what's coming up in Call of Duty, this is what we can expect, I've been flown out to this place and I'm trying this game out and this is what you can see, and here's a rumour, here's a leak, and here's this and here's that. And obviously these guys are putting up content, these other guys were originally putting up content that was entertaining and that would keep me gripped and keep me wanting to watch. But it was being completely saturated by these other money-mad cocksuckers who were in it for the wrong reasons, who were posting their videos about what to expect and what, was going to keep us hyped and ready, which at the time was relevant and was entertaining and was what we kind of wanted to go to and see because we wanted to get excited. However, it was swallowing and consuming these other channels up, so that essentially when once upon a time they were getting 150, 200,000, a million views per video, they were dropping down to 8,000, 7,000, 13,000 because they just couldn't get a look in because people were going elsewhere. And that is my own honest opinion why these bigger channels who were there from the start have started to drop like flies and don't really post content anymore. And in some respects have almost become like a bit of a memory, you know, a distant memory, a sort of fun memory that we think, oh, do you remember him? He used to put that bit. I used to like it when he used to do that content. Why doesn't he do it anymore? I think that's the reason. In fact, that's my personal opinion. I've been told by a couple of big YouTubers who I do speak to on a personal basis that was why they did it, but I think that's my opinion on most of them. Now the scary thing is that it's going full scale again, you know, it sort of goes round and round in circles. If you think of the figure 8 that is like the infinity sort of sign, it's almost like it's gone round once and now it's going round again, and this time it's going round in sort of my life circle on YouTube. And this is why I'm pissed off. This is why a lot of channels that I've grown with, people who actually looked like they had some potential, looked like they were going somewhere, have almost just stopped dead. You know, I don't want to post any more content. And it is because of people like Biblical fucking Reaper and all these little hangers on, and the channels that, you know, just look at him and say he can't do anything wrong, this is what you've got to understand about him, I'm fully supporting him, and, you know, sort of name dropping him in every video. Oh, Biblical Reaper was right, Biblical Reaper predicted this, and it just, honestly, it is getting to the point where it is fucking nauseating. Not just for me, but for many other channels. And like I say, I have seen some fantastic channels drop out of the air quotes limelight because they just don't want to do it anymore. They don't want to sort of compete with these people that are uncompetable. Now, don't worry, I'm going to throw it in there now, whether you want to hear it or not. I'm not going anywhere. You know, this isn't me signing out saying, oh, I can't do this anymore, I can't compete. Fuck them. I'm old enough to stay strong with this. I've had a couple of weak moments in the past. But you know what? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm going to keep doing. And I'm just going to watch my channel steadily grow, because I am not going to sell out. I am not going to go down that road that a lot of these people have gone, in Biblical Reaper in particular, for their own self-preservation and to make themselves such a force to be reckoned with on YouTube that nobody else can compete. Even these bigger channels are struggling to compete with Biblical Reaper because he is just there at the forefront now with all his meta tags and all his fucking SEO crap that he puts on his channel, that he has specifically invested the time in to look into YouTube to find out what he can get away with in order to make himself grow as big as possible. And do you know what? It's actually worked for him. And this is... You see, I don't follow Biblical Reaper, I don't look at his videos, I'm not subscribed to him, I don't really see anything he does anymore. But it was only from watching a few of these videos where he's still getting people's backs up. People are still putting these videos up, not because they're trying to hone in on views and subs and get popularity or notoriety, but because it is genuinely affecting everybody. You know, this is what people don't understand. They think that you're saying these things and doing these videos because you want to gain something from it. It's not. It's actually damaging to other channels, and it's damaging to Call of Duty to the point that people are almost blinkered by it and don't realise. But after all this controversy again that's come round, I looked onto Biblical Reaper's Twitter because somebody direct messaged me and said, have you heard Biblical Reaper is now working for Treyarch? And I sort of thought, no, whatever, you know, I went and did something else, went about my business, and then I came back and saw that direct message again, and I thought, is he really though? And I clicked on his Twitter, and I noticed his front page of his Twitter, there's a picture of him with his arm round his fucking boyfriend, David Vonderhaar. Finally met the man who he has dared not to speak an ill word against all these fucking months and years. He's finally met him, and he's had a picture of him standing next to some Treyarch sign. There's a pair of them look as though they've just climbed out of bed 2 minutes ago with their fucking greasy hair, bad skin, and fucking fake looks on their faces of elation that they've found each other at last. So the point I'm actually trying to make is, what you've got to understand is that even though people think it's just innocent videos, oh, it's just an innocent video about some prediction, you know, there's no concrete foundation to it. What you don't understand is, now that he's met Vonderhaar, if he is actually working for Treyarch, this is the man who is going to influence David Vonderhaar and Activision with decisions, because they're going to take his word as gospel, because he is essentially like the Drifters, like the T. Martins, like the LEAs. He's just come round full circle in the figure of 8 infinity. He is now the new man who is at the forefront, who will not say a bad word against Treyarch, but he will defend them. He will defend Call of Duty. He won't say anything bad against it. Everything that they do will be a thumbs up in his corner. And I know this because I had a look at his last, I think it was about 6 tweets when I checked his Twitter out, and I just had to block him. I couldn't read anymore because it made me feel physically fucking sick. And there was one there which, you know, just off the cuff was something about, do you know what the great thing is about Twitter? You get to block people. And this tweet had something like 150 favourites and likes and, you know, retweets. And I just thought, that's your view on how you should run things. Speak and hear what I say. Disagree and get muted. That's how I fucking roll, you know? But there was another thing, and this was the thing that got my back up. This was the one statement that really got my back up to the point where I had to block him. And it was something like, you know, people talk about they want boots on the ground. I think the movement in Black Ops 3 is perfect. I played some older CODs a few weeks ago, and it all felt very slow. And it was something like hashtag keep the movement fast. I don't know what the fuck it was. And for all of you that think it's innocent, it's just innocent videos, he's having an influence over them. Now, as far as the influence over me is concerned, and the influence over other people, is that we are getting saturated, the same as the bigger guys did back in the day, as they were trying to put up their best content, and it was getting completely flooded by T. Martin and Ali, as it still is now, as Ali is posting videos of him opening supply drops with a great big cheesy fucking, you know, face palm. What have I got in here? You know, fucking what? What? Is it really that shocking to you? I received an Iron Gym in my supply drop. Shock, horror, smack face. Fucking 650,000 views on this video. Thank you very much. You know, and then you find out these people are actually getting given crypto keys from Activision or Treyarch so they can open these supply drop videos and give them to the general public to make them go, oh, I want this. I want in on this supply drop thing. It's a complete fucking cash cow, and it really is making me hate Call of Duty. I mean, I physically fucking hate Black Ops 3. You know, once upon a time when I started doing these Black Ops 3 videos, and I said I quite like this game, you know, it's quite fun. Now the only reason I play it is to get the footage, to get to, you know, master prestige, and to talk about it because people want to hear it. I know people say play something else, people want to hear Call of Duty, so that's why I do it, because the audience demands. It's supply and demand. I supply, they demand, or you demand, should I say. But I absolutely detest Black Ops 3 now, because I have just seen it for what it is and what it's become and where it's going. And, you know, obviously in the next Call of Duty 2016, the sky's the limit. Moons, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Buzz Lightyear, I don't know. But mainly it saddens me, and it really does, genuinely, and I really would hope you would take my word on this. It saddens me when I see these people that I have grown through YouTube with, and they've seen me flourish, they've seen me do pretty well, and I've seen them start to do well, and we've all supported each other, and they just bail. You know, they put down their suitcase and they go. They just disappear off the face of the earth. They walk into the water and they never come back. And it's because of people like Biblical Reaper that they just don't feel that they want to put that effort in. You know, I'm going to take you back to a video I did a few weeks ago. I'm not going to say what video it is. I put so much time into this video. I really did. I sat and I put hours into this video, and I wasn't happy with the outcome of it. I could have put it up on the day, but I decided not to because I wasn't happy with the end product, because there was just something missing. So I came away from it, and I came back to it 2 days later, and I fiddled about, and then I went away, and eventually it was about 4 days before I got that video up. And the reason why it took 4 days to get up, and people were sending me messages saying you should post more, and I thought, no, I want to get this right. I want to get this video right, because I'm not going to insult the people that have invested that time and that subscription in me with some below par crap that I've just decided to put together because I need the views and I want to get that money in. I want them to watch something that's going to be entertaining, and they're going to say, do you know what, I can see where he went with this. I can see where the time and effort went in. It's almost like, to me, it's like an art. That's how I look at YouTube. It's like an art. The music's got to be right. The commentary's got to be right. The visual's got to be right. The intro has to be right. The outro has to be right, and so on and so forth. And the fact that it doesn't get the recognition that I would like it to get, yeah, I will say I'm jealous. You know, there is a hint of jealousy there. I would like it to get more recognition. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't invest time and effort into something hoping that it would get a good response and get spread and more people would see it? Anybody who says that they don't care about views, anybody who says that they don't care about likes or, you know, subscriber growth or channel growth, they are fucking lying to you. And most of these people are generally people who have it all anyway. I do care. I would like to see my channel grow further, but the only way I'm going to do that is by selling out, and I am just not going to do it. I refuse to go down that road because I do not want to lose the respect that I have thankfully invested that time and effort in to gain. But when I sit back and I watch my friends who have dropped out their channels because some mumbling, stuttering, greasy, illiterate, kiss-ass fuck put up a green screen video talking about some crap that is never going to happen, and then watch all his fucking minions put their videos up saying, oh, have you heard what he's just said? He's onto something here. It makes my blood boil. Sorry, I just had to say it. It's not drama, it's called passion. You can say what you want about me, I don't really care, you know, it's water off a duck's back. My shoulders are big enough to carry me, I've always said that. But when I see my friends affected by stuff, then I do take it a little bit more personal. Thank you for allowing me to get that off my chest, and I would hope that the people, the skeptics who believe that everything that Biblical Reaper does is perfectly innocent, do not fall for the puppy dog eye routine of, you know, I can't believe people are saying this, I'm just trying to make videos. Don't fall for it. He knows exactly what he is doing. The same way he knew exactly what he was doing when he did Thunder's 500,000 congratulations video, and he contacted me and he contacted a variation of other people to put, you know, some kind of small little bit of commentary on this video so we could make like a montage of people saying, well done, congratulations Thunder, you've come a long way, you deserve it. Now, I'll be honest with you, mine was very short and sweet. I didn't put any face cam up, I just put a bit of a thing up there saying thank you very much for the content you've given the people. Everybody really appreciates what you've done, as do I, because you've helped my channel in more ways than you realise how. I've got so many of your subscribers on my channel and I have you to thank for that. So thank you very much and good luck for the future. I'll see you in a million. Or something along those lines. I warrant you to go back, if you can find that video that Biblical Reaper put up, look at his face when he's talking and tell me that that is not a man who has absolutely scripted out every last emotion in his face like it's some fucking Hollywood movie about how, you know, Thunder's touched him in ways that nobody else could and encouraged him in ways that nobody else would. And also, finally, understand exactly why he did that video. He was hoping Thunder would tweet it out and like it and comment on it and favourite it and put it on his channel so that Reaper would grow, because that's his only intention, is to sell out and grow as big as possible on YouTube. And he's on his way, people. Apocalypse done.